Hey guys, what's up, it's iFlynn here, and welcome to episode 14 of Warframe, playing like a pro. Alright guys, in today's episode we are going to be taking a look at the AkZani, and this is actually the last of the akimbo weapons in Warframe, so congratulations, we made it to the end, boys. We're finally done with these stupid Ak weapons, which are a pain in the ass to level up in Ak. It's just terrible. I hate playing with akimbo weapons in this game for some reason. I thought it'd be super cool, but nah. The only Ak weapons that I like in this game is the Ak Magnus and the Twin Gremlins, even though they don't really count as like Ak weapons, simply because, you know, they're twin, I guess. I don't understand. What is with your naming scheme, Digital Extremes? But the AkZani, I think, is it the AkZani or AkZani? Zami. It's the AkZani. Okay, so the AkZani is a mainly puncture based. It's basically, I thought whatever this weapon was released, it was meant to be like a bolter prime type thing. It was meant to shoot needles or something, but I think these weapons look cool, but I think that's really all they have going for them. Like I'm not gonna say that these are master rank fodder because they're actually decent. I hesitate to say that, but you'll be able to sort of kill enemies with it, and I know that sounds kind of like, well, Flynn, it's a weapon, obviously I'm able to kill enemies with it, but you know, maybe some weapons you can't do that, like the Prova. But yeah, let's take a look at this weapon, let it speak for itself. We'll spawn in a bunch of Grenier soldiers or something. Let's spawn in a heavy gunner, level 130. We'll actually use M Prime this time to see what our damage is like versus this guy. He might actually kill me. Do you kill me? Okay, so you can see that, yeah. Not good, guys. Not good at all. Bad weapon. Very bad weapon. Very bad weapon. Especially for an Ak weapon. Like, this weapon, it really sucks, and I don't recommend... Oh, that's the reason it sucks, because I don't have my build completed on it. That would make a lot of sense. So I guess we should fix that. Yeah, that's another derp. That is another derp. But even at that, like, these are still pretty bad weapons, okay? I'm gonna prove that to you. I'm not gonna sit back here and let that first hiccup like stop me from continuing on with this video. That's the wrong one. I'm so used to picking that mod up. I'm not gonna let that first hiccup put me off from recording this in one recording. I'm gonna prove it to you right now that this weapon is still pretty bad, even with the full build on, right? So we're gonna go ahead, hit M Prime, and we're gonna do the exact same thing. Oh look, same sort of thing. Okay, well maybe so. It's pretty much a lot better now. Like 1.5 magazines. That's pretty decent. By no means is it the best. There's weapons that can do that better. It's a decent weapon. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's a bad weapon, because you guys just see me drop a level 130 heavy gunner with pretty much ease right there. But keep in mind, I did have the debuff from M Prime on that guy there, so he took pretty much more damage than he's supposed to from those weapons. So another comparison is with this. So I'll constantly headshot him with the Bob and Bastille up, and you'll see how long it actually takes to kill him now without that M Prime. So pretty much the same thing, 1.5 magazines, which is pretty good. So by no means are these weapons master rank fodder. Don't completely write them off. What I'm going to say about these weapons is, though, that there are weapons which do what these weapons do a hell of a lot better, which in my opinion makes these weapons pretty much pointless to invest into. You level these weapons up to level 30 and then you sell them, and then you move on to, let's say for example, the Twin Gremlins, right? So that's what I would consider master rank fodder in the game, a weapon which is outshined by another weapon in that subcategory of what it does. So this is a very high fire rate akimbo weapon, and there is a weapon in the game which is similar. It's got the akimbo to it, or the twin if you want to be an asshole about it, and yeah, it has a high fire rate and it kills things pretty quickly. And just for a quick comparison, right, we go ahead and throw on the Twin Gremlins right here. Not too sure what build I have on them, but should be a pretty decent one, saying I have 5 form on. We compare the amount of time that it takes to kill a heavy gunner level 130 with the AkZani versus the Twin Gremlins. Huge difference, you know. His health is pretty much gone right? So you're dealing like 1,009 damage a shot. I'm not even sure if this is a good build that I have on right now, because it's been a while since I've used the Twin Gremlins, but let's go ahead and take a look at the build I was using. So yeah, I have Pistol Mutation on. So yeah, obviously I could improve in this build a lot more. I could throw on something like Heated Charge or something, but I throw on Pistol Mutation on the Twin Grikadas. Did I call them Twin Gremlins? I've been calling these things Twin Gremlins, haven't I? But you throw Pistol Mutation on the Twin Grikadas, which basically kind of is like a downside to it, of course, because you have to throw on an mutation mod, but they're still pretty high fire rate damage weapons, right? And I know you guys are here for the AkZani, but at least in my opinion, they are outshined by other weapons in the game. Now, that's not to say that these are bad weapons, of course. It's just one of those cases where there's a weapon in the game that does what this one does a lot better. You know what I mean? So don't get on my back about saying that this weapon is lackluster in comparison to other things. You can make this weapon outshine other weapons in the game, like if you're willing to invest that format into the weapon and really like basically use other equipment to make this weapon good. So you have to use something like Banshee, like Nova, or something of the sort to sort of make this weapon better than the competition, if you get what I mean. So, you know, there's that. Whenever we're talking raw numbers, obviously the Twin Grikada, I'm pretty sure I said the Twin Gremlins a lot during this video, so I just want to put emphasis. I meant to talk about the Twin Grikada, not the Twin Gremlins. In terms of numbers, Twin Grikada obviously outshines the AkZani by a lot, okay? So, you know, you use abilities like Banshee Sonar to really up the damage. If I can find the Sonar spot, that would be sweet. Where is the Sonar spot? Let's go ahead and spam and see if we can get a big pulsating Sonar spot right there. Okay, so we hit it. And there you go. He dies pretty quickly. But, you know, like I said, don't disregard this weapon in terms of dealing damage, because if you're new to the game, you can pick these up and these will be pretty nice, like especially if you want to go into like, I don't want to say high-end content, but decently high-end content. It's just going to take a lot of effort to get these weapons up to the level which you guys are seeing them at, I guess. So realistically, like, you're not going to want to use this weapon over something like the Twin Grikada, of course. So it's an early to mid-game weapon, but you can make it in-game by investing in it. But by the time that you get to that point, you already have the resources and the ability to craft better weapons in terms of statistics and numbers and all that good stuff. So I think on that note, that is going to be it for this episode of Playing Like a Pro. Thank you guys for watching it. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button below. And you want to see more Warframe content from me, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. UK time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.